Today we're going to start with an experiment. I love experiments. I have 3 different types of playground ball. I have a green playground kickball, I have a soccer ball, and I have a little foosball in the shape of a soccer ball. In our story today, we talked about a whole bunch of different heroes of faith. And all throughout the month of May, we've kind of been doing that too, because we've been talking about resilience. When life gets you down, you get back up again. And we've talked about how we can do that because God is with us. We've talked about how we can keep going when things get tough. We've talked about how we can choose joy and how we can choose to respond when things get difficult. And today we're talking about how trusting in God can help us get back up. But we have an experiment to do first because I like fun and I love kickballs. So we're going to start with a kickball and we're going to count how many times I can bounce this kickball in 10 seconds. So I'm going to count to 10 seconds and you count how many times I bounce the ball. Are you ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. How many times was that? All right, I'll write that number down. I'm going to write with pink. Okay, kickball. I thought I counted about 21. How many did you count? Did I miss some? Okay, you write that number down. Now I'm going to bounce the soccer ball. I'll count to 10 seconds. You count how many I bounce it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I only got to like 19 that time. Oh, it's so difficult to try to count 2 different things at the same time. How many did you count that I did with the soccer ball? All right. Well, now we're going to try it with the foosball. I'll count to 10. You count how many times that I can bounce it. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no, what? It went under my table. Not the best experiment in the world. Too many variables. So, how many times did I bounce that foosball? I counted like 4. Was yours plus or minus that? Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my foos. All right, I'm back. Now, the kickball bounced about 21 times. The soccer ball bounced about 19 times. The foosball bounced about 4 times. So, these balls right here are the same size. They're the same shape. And they still didn't even bounce the exact same amount of times. These 2 balls are both decorated like soccer balls. This one's a big one and this one's a tiny one for table soccer. But they bounced very differently when they bounced back. So how in the world does this have to do with Jesus? That's a great question. And the answer is us. Just how each one of these playground and yard balls are all round, we are all people, but we're different. This ball has thousands of tiny little facets on it that make the light shift. This ball is full of hexagons. And this ball is really dense and small, and it's not particularly bouncy. Just like these are all different, so are we. And the ways that life is hard hit all of us differently. And so the way we bounce back is different for every single person. Even though I was the same force bouncing these 2 soccer-shaped balls, they were different, and the way they reacted was different. And so when life is really hard for one person with something, it might not be difficult for someone else. And something that might be really difficult for someone else might not be hard at all for a third person. And because God made each and every one of us different, we're all going to react different, which is why there are so many heroes in the Bible that God gives us examples for, who all react, who all choose joy, who all come back up again when life gets tough. And they can do that because all of them chose God. They trust in God to help them get back up again. That is something in common that they all share. And that's something that we have in common with us too. When we trust in God, He can give us hope so we can be resilient and bounce back up again. So no matter what comes your way in life, I hope that you trust in God, and I hope that He helps you bounce back up again. Have a great day.